Welcome, welcome to another episode of Design in Progress. And actually, another season of Design in Progress. We're now into season two of Design in Progress, which is actually kind of how I wanted this to go, that there would be a season two. And season two is going to be mostly my games that I've been designing over the past couple months while I've been away in Africa. Occasionally, I'm hopefully going to have some guest designers on. I know that Slugface Killer, who has been on before, has been working on some games of his own. I know SP Shaman has been working on some games of his own. And maybe as this continues to grow and spread, we'll get more and more designers as some guest spots. Um, Also, going to be working on a Discord in the next week or two for other designers to join up and talk and join in the fun of the designing and coordinating playtests, etc., etc. Um, with all of that said, we are going to jump right in. While I was gone for the past 9 months, I designed a plethora of games, but one of the simplest is just a slight modification to a game that my family has been playing my whole life, Pinochle, which is a pretty simple card game played with a double deck of 9 through ace, uh, with 10 being high ish, which is very odd. So it's ace starting high, you go ace 10, king, queen, jack 9. And it's usually played with 4 players, sometimes in teams of 2, sometimes every man for himself. There's a lot of different ways that I've seen it played. Sometimes there's a kitty in the middle that you auction for. Sometimes there isn't. Sometimes you just play with the cards that you're dealt. Um, and the 3 and 2 player versions of the game, I've never really been super satisfied with, especially the 2 player version that my family has been taught is just you play 2 of the hands and then you play the other 2 hands, which I always found boring. And I like drafting games. So today I have my sometimes guest and long-time friend Will joining me because he knows how to play Pinochle, although he hasn't played in quite a while, so there's some memory issues there. But and I, of course, as I've forgotten, am your host and gamer. And as you can also see, you can see me. Season two, you can see me. Great. Um, so for right now, what we're gonna do is just hop in and start this kind of I came up with 2 different ways to do two-person drafting for Pinochle. Um, and we're going to try both of those. We're going to do 2 hands of each just to kind of get a gist of what we're doing and how those different ways of drafting could impact it. I'm going to do a lightning fast explanation of how Pinochle works, which is you have a hand, you bid how many points you think you'll be able to get, combining the meld that's in your hand and the actual points that you'll get during the play section. The meld, there's a bunch of different things. Aces around, kings around, queens around, jacks around are all worth different sets of points. A run in trump is worth 15. That's ace 10, king, queen, jack. The 9 on its own is worth a point. Marriages are worth points. Marriages in trump are worth more points. And then there's the titular Pinochle, a jack of diamonds and a queen of spades is worth some points also. So we'll be trying to accumulate those melds, and then we'll also be, during the play portion, which is played similar to Hearts or Euchre or any other games where you're playing and trying to get high card. But the only things that count as points are ace, 10, and king, the 3 high cards. So that's kind of what we'll be doing, but we'll be drafting. So the first way that we're going to be drafting similar to how the 2 player draft in Sushi Go works. Because I did that a couple months ago with my wife, and I was like, wait a second, this actually works really well. So Will and I will both draw 11 cards, and then we will take turns passing to each other, and each person we will alternate drawing an extra card, and then the person who has drawn an extra card will also discard a card when they pick their card. and then we'll have our hands of 11. We'll bid at that point, and then we will go from there. So obviously, we're going to be trying to get things of one suit, so we can have a lot of trump. We're trying to kind of collect some of that meld that's going on. Ooh, this is a lot of low cards, William.
Yeah, not looking good on my end
I,
either.
I'm also going to be super embarrassed because my parents always razz me because I organize my cards backwards when I'm playing with actual playing cards, which is just bonkers, and it's probably going to drive lots of people on YouTube crazy. But it is what it is, YouTube. I apologize profusely. Um, so I'm going to be the first person who draws. Let's do that, and we'll try and keep track of that in an easy way. And oh my gosh, I'm already being a failure at organization of cards. Woo. All right. Well, this is a pretty easy first pick, and then I'm going to discard a card. So I think we're just going to start discarding any of these that hit us, so that Will can't get them. No, don't drop there. I'm gonna discard that. This will be the discard. What are you doing with that card? Is that your card you're picking?
Nope, I already picked my card.
Okay, here. I do wish that TTS had better drafting. I've heard some people say that there's some good ways to draft on TTS, and I just have not even begun to look into those. I have to remember what the heck suit that I'm doing is this suit. So you get to draw an extra card, Will.
Yep, draw it. Drew it.
Okay, so this is the other thing is the way that this drafting works. You really do have to like kind of keep track of what the other person is drafting, or everyone just gets all of one suit. I'm gonna take this for now, but keep in mind that there's 4 of these and 3 of those and 2 of those, and see what comes back my way. And I'm gonna be scared, very scared. So I get to draw a card this time, and then Will's gonna pass me a big old chunk of cards.
Yeah, if my TTS did what it was supposed to. There we go.
Dang TTS.
Ruins everything.
Right, so like, I can grab this, which will definitely be good, but I forgot to check what other things he might have gotten out of this. Oh man. This is why. And then I get to discard. I'm going to discard this. Whoa. There we go, Will.
I made yours into a pile.
Thank you. Mm. So now I think
Okay.
we really need to start grabbing other things. Mm. This is kind of high-ish. And you drew a card, right? And
I
discarded?
did, yes.
Perfect. Will's on it tonight. We did this once before while I was in Africa, and both of us were just being god awful at actually being like, wait, did you draw or did I draw? And did you discard? All right.
Oh, trust me, that'll probably happen later
Uh,
tonight.
I'm sure it will. So I think I was supposed to draw a card here. As I was complaining about did we draw a card or not, I totally whiffed on drawing a card. But I will discard here. And I'm passing you 6. You're passing me 6. Good. All right, you draw a card. Draw it now.
Maybe
Oh
draw
man.
all of them.
This for now.
Okay, well, mine. What do I want to discard? Hmm.
Here, while you're choosing, let me make sure that Twitch is
Uh,
actually working. That's not what I want at all.
It's a perfect Matt impression.
There we go. Hold on. My channel. My channel. Hey, look at me. Look at me being alive. Perfect. All right. Sorry. There we go. One, do.
And you are to draw on this one, I believe.
And I am to draw on this one. Thank you.
Ooh,
Shucks.
garbage.
Let's go with this. Let's throw out. Whoa. Let's throw out this. Pass Will that.
Edge your card.
I'm great at this game, guys. I'm perfect at it. No one is better than me. Make sure you draw your card.
I did.
Take this garbage.
What do I want to do? That. Of course, it went individual.
And then I draw.
You're drawing this time? Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna take this. Chuck that. Ooh. That. Man, TTS is being all sorts of wonky on me. Take that. Throw that. You get to draw a card and discard a card.
All right, I still have to discard one.
And then you stick me with a card. Ish. Although I think I get to draw here. Oh, yeah, I'll take that, sure. So, at this point, we should both have a pile of 11 cards. We'll take all these cards, throw those over there. And this is the point in time where we start to bid. Let's see what I got as far as actual.
No, see, I have 10. Yeah.
What?
That's.
How do you have 10? Yeah, one of them just fell. You had 11.
Oh, okay. We'll cut that part out, I swear. That's editing. Editing room. Kidding.
Oh. Editing schmediting. Alrighty. That is so unfortunate that I didn't get the ace of that. I might be able to make it work though, because the thing is, we don't know what these 15 cards are. So while we saw 2/3 of the deck, or 3/4 of the deck rather, yeah, 3/4 of the deck, ish. Some amount obviously didn't get seen. So, but I do have to balance some of the meld ability of cards in my actual hand. So hypothetically, there's a total of 25 points that could be gained during play of all of the ace 10 kings, and then you get 1 point for the last trick. I did forget that one of these cards here, that we have a 1-card kitty. So whoever takes the bid also gets 1 extra card that they can look at and then discard another card. So I was the one who drew first, so I'm gonna bid first. We'll go with that for now.
Okay.
I think last time we did opening bids of 15 and ended up getting up past 20 like every time. But let's keep going with 15 for now and see where it kind of goes.
Okay.
So I am going to open at 15.
Shockingly, I will counter with 16.
And I will shockingly say 17.
18.
19?
Yeah, well, like we said before, we always get to 20, so 20.
I'm going to say 21.
Okay, you can take it for 21.
Shit. Okay. I was really hoping you would take it. All right, so we'll just do 21 here to remind ourselves that that is what I bid. I get to take this card. You're going to be so mad, William. You're gonna be
Oh,
the maddest you've ever been.
is it the ace you needed or the
It is
whatever?
literally the ace I needed for a run.
Ah, for a run too. Jeez Louise.
All right, so now we put out all our meld. Ace, 10, king, queen, jack, 9. So this gets me, what happened to my 9? 9 is 10, king, queen, put that queen back, jack 9. So this gets me 16 points. I'm like pretty well set.
Yeah, because
And
you got the ace you needed. And I'm
sometimes,
pretty sure you have the ace I need in your hand.
what? Maybe. Um, what you got for meld, Will?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh my gosh, you bid up to 20 on no meld.
Yeah.
You are an absolute mad lad.
I mean, maybe I had meld if I got to pick Trump, but
Right. So the interesting thing about doing this two-handed draft style where we don't see these 15 cards, they're not even in play, and we've been discarding cards all along, is that we don't know how many pointer cards are in play. Typically, there are the 25 points that you can get in Pinochle, so you can kind of start counting how many tricks there are, how many pointers you have, how many pointers you think you can get. But you can't really do that here, which I think adds a little bit of something. There's some um, you also can't count Trump because you don't know how much Trump is in there. So I know that I have this much Trump. I don't know how much Will has. So anyway, I'm gonna lead with this ace.
yeah. And I'm forced to play
Oh,
that.
a bear ace. That's bad. And ooh, great. And this, I have a feeling this is gonna go real poorly for you, William.
Yep.
I don't
That
have
and I feel like
I
that's
don't
the
have a
way
lot
we've
of
realized it being in these two-player games is that if you're not reading your opponent exactly correctly,
hmm
it can swing wildly,
right,
which is interesting.
which I'm it is interesting. I'm also hoping the other way of drafting might mitigate that a little bit. But we will get to that in a minute. We're gonna do just this. This is like one round. We're gonna do a second round like this, and then we'll try the other style and see which one we like the most. I am still going, and at this point, I have a reasonable approximation of I have the rest of them. Because
Because he's going to
this
start playing up his
and
trumps.
this, and you don't have any more Trump, and all I have left in my hand is Trump. So
Yeah,
I take the rest, and
which is a
I, sn-
crap ton of pointers.
I snooker ya, or
Hmm.
whatever we want to call it. So we can flip this, we can spread this out, and we can count our aces, our tens, and our one for last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You
And
know,
like I said, you had both
you know,
ace of spades, and that's all I needed,
yep. So
sort
that's
of.
32 for me and
Sure he is.
0 for you.
Big old goose egg.
Oh, poor William. All
Poor
right.
me.
Whoa. All right. So let's shuffle those up and go again. So you will draw first this time and you'll bid first as well.
And it's 11 we take on the
We
first.
yep, we take 11 and then you'll take an extra one.
Okay. And then I get my extra one.
So there's a lot of these around. Mm, less of these. Let's go with this. Hope. Hope and a prayer. Oh, wait, let's try and actually do some counterplay. So there's 4 of those. And this many of these. We know that there's that. Man, math is hard, Will. Math is hard.
All right.
Do do do. that is shall we say unfortunate. Mm, this might be our best. Oh, I do get to draw a card here. Mm, very unfortunate. I could try and pick up that, I guess. And then I have to discard something. We can just discard this suit. Oh boy, sorry about that.
And I draw on this one.
And I took that, so I can grab.
Okay.
And I have enough chances. I think I'm going to draw that yet. I might regret not grabbing that, but we'll see.
And we're gonna cut.
So I will get to
Or
draw
sorry, discard.
twice. Go through these. I think that this is a pretty obvious pick. And we were getting rid of these on principle. Oop, nope, come on. All right, Will.
Yep, just thinking.
You are allowed. Occasionally.
Hopefully this is one of those occasions.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So I can grab this. But I have stopped paying attention to what Will is grabbing, which is the problem.
Right, I have to draw something, don't I?
Yeah, I've been focusing on myself too much, which is problematic. Oh, rats. I did it again, William. Oh, my mouse is... There we go. Come back, mouse. Okay, I get to draw here. So I think we need to diversify. We got plenty of these. Let's grab this, in case that's what he's grabbing. And how many cards do you have over there? After
A
picking?
million.
After picking.
After picking, I will have 6.
I was supposed to draw here. And then discard a card. And then I'll have 6. You go away. It's your 6. Now you
Or
have...
sorry, I thought you meant how many cards will I have in my hand, or like in the like saved. I will have 6 saved cards.
Oh, William. Let me just discard this. Because that was going to get discarded eventually anyway. Problematic
I
things.
draw this time.
Okay, so I have this and this and this. He's got to be going... he might be going for this because of that ace. The first hand.
I still have to discard, but I'm checking some things out. That's funny. Funny, funny, funny.
I think that he's going this. I have a feeling that he's going to take it. I've been dumping these.
Because you're drawing on this one, right?
I am.
Okay.
Let's grab this. Dump this. pass all these. Oh, bollocks, William. Really?
Oh, I draw on this one. Am I gonna get the card I need?
Take
I
that.
just might have.
I'd be really sad.
Then I discard. And then I pop those over to you. And you draw
And
a
I have to
card.
draw a card. Well, that is better than that, at least. Although
Uh-huh.
I've been dumping that though, so maybe we do this. Dump this just to make William suffer.
Yeah, make me suffer. Sounds like a plan. I have to discard something. That one.
And then I'm
Oh,
stuck with
yeah,
this. This becomes our kitty of one.
I'm pretty sure we stuck each other with the same card.
Basically, yeah. So let me just make sure. We should have 11 cards. Great.
Did I drop one?
I don't know.
There it is.
You're an adult. You can figure it out if you dropped a card. It's unfortunate that the jack never came up for that. All right, William. It's to you for the opening bid. And
Yeah, once again.
because we're only doing two hands, if you want to start at 15, I'll let you. But I do think that we could probably just be starting at 20 because of how many points how swingy it is and how many points you can get.
Okay. I mean, I'll start at 19 to make a statement.
Hmm. All right, I'll counter with 20.
21.
22.
3.
4.
Take it at 24. And I still am only counting 10.
You're still only counting 10? One. Well, here, flip them and put them here and stack them. 10.
Yeah, 10.
William. My gosh, Will. Let's shuffle these up and give you a random card just so that this
Okay.
works.
It's the card I needed. No, it's not.
Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine?
I would be furious. So you let me take that for 23? Are you insane?
You took it for 24. I said 3. You took it for 24.
Shit. Why did I do that? That's such a large number. What a ridiculous number for me to bid.
I feel like he's being sarcastic, audience members.
I am not.
I mean, it's a pretty big number, but I think he feels good about his situation.
I do not feel good about my situation at all. I gotta discard something. I'll discard one of these pieces of garbage. And I have a whopping 5 trump. I mean 5 trump. 5 meld. A marriage in trump is worth 4. 9 of trump being worth 1. And me having no other meld in my hand, which makes me sad.
And I have a Pinochle.
You got Pinochle. Hey, Will, you're on the board.
I got points.
4, I got 5. So I gotta make.
I want to ask you what meld is because, or what the kitty was, because I was just basically betting, hoping it would be a specific card.
Were you looking for spades?
Maybe. Yes.
Okay, well, I guess you'll find out. Oh, this organized me into a bad situation. Come on. Ace, 10, king, queen. All right. We can do this. Boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
And this.
Mm-hmm.
And this.
And you got me at a meld.
Yay.
Or trump.
Trump. Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go with this. Yay. And this. This is where I'm scared.
I will
Yeah.
take that.
Yeah, I knew you had that. I should have played my 9. That was dumb. Oh, bollocks. At least I have garbage to throw you.
Uh,
Oh, now I'm out of garbage. Haha. I can trump that because I don't
mhm,
have it. I can try this. Uh-huh. And this. Oh my gosh, that's good. It doesn't give me any points, but it's good. And then this for last.
yeah,
Haha.
you'll take that.
So I get the 1 for the last. So you'll actually have to count this time your own stuff. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
5 for
8
me.
for last. So I went up because I only made 8, and 8 plus 5 is oftentimes not 24. So I don't get
Mhm.
this, and I get minus 24 on my 32. Fun, which is oftentimes 18, right?
Just,
I'm the
just 8.
just 8.
Just 8. Which, because of my 5, gets me to 9, so now I'm winning.
Hey, hey, hey! Math is hard. Late at night.
Mhm.
William, you're winning.
Mhm. I am by 1 point.
You have to be really careful with the bidding in this. It's so tricky. Where you're just like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I got this, and then you
Okay,
just do not get this.
so was the kitty a king of spades?
It was a king of
That's
spades.
why I was betting for it, because I would have had a run in spades. I was gonna see. I was like, I got to bet for it, but then worked better for me by getting you to lose points.
Honestly, a little bit, yeah. So here's what we're gonna try now. So that was based off of the Sushi Go way of doing two-person drafts, which I think is interesting. It definitely has some ups and downs. You really, really have to be paying attention to what the other person is drafting while you're drafting, and do a really good job of balancing what you're getting versus what they're getting, and keeping all of that in your brain. So there's a high skill level, high skill ceiling. I feel like, um, but but I have a different way of doing it, which I do want to try.
hmm
Which is we start with no cards in our hand.
Oh no! How
There's
will we ever win?
and as you went first last time, I'm gonna go first this time. There are gonna be 3 cards in the middle of the table. I will pick one, you will pick one, and one will get discarded. And we'll do this until we both have 11 cards in our hand, and then we'll bid. So this way, you see what the other person is taking, and you can counterplay more effectively. So I will take this.
And I'm going to do something I you don't think you mentioned initially that is important is that 10 is the second highest
I, d-
in
I, d-
Pinochle.
I did mention it. It is weird
Ah,
and worth saying again that it's
okay.
ace, 10, king, queen. Hmm. So, like, do I be a jerk? Because I know you just took a heart and take
Wait,
one.
do I pick first now?
You do pick first now, actually. You get to go first now.
The same question. Do I be a jerk and
Take the diamond, but there's 2
I take the
diamonds.
diamond? Exactly. So it's actually probably better for me to get the one in my suit and knock one of the king of diamonds out completely.
Tricky, 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 William. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Always with the trickiness. Nope, nope, nope. That's not the right card.
It's
Oh my
probably the
gosh.
card you want, though.
Oh, it is the card I want. Hmm. Well, this is a pretty easy one for you. But I go first, so I'll just pick
Okay. And I'm going to take
that
the Jack of Diamonds because that gives me the potential for
for
getting
a
a Pinochle.
Jack of Diamond, King, Queen of Spades. Yeah, I also probably should have thought of that, but All
And
right.
I go
You know,
first.
you go first.
And I will be taking the Jack of Hearts. And just for strategy talk, it's because I gets me closer to Jack of Rounds and I have more hearts than anything
Right.
else.
And I'm just gonna grab this so that I have some amount of trump if you do take it. One, two, three. And then I get to go first here. I'm gonna take this ace of hearts because F you.
And I'm gonna get the Pinochle.
Finally. Knew you were gonna get it. You're such a jerk, William. Oh, crud
Now
muffin.
I go first,
Dang it, you go
and
first.
I'm gonna counterpull the Ace of Diamonds.
I'm gonna counterpull this garbage ace. Two, three. Now I get to go again. I feel like I have to counter with this
Or do
queen.
you hope for the Jack of Diamonds to come back around since you're playing diamonds?
Didn't we? I can, but I really don't want you to have too many hearts, like
Okay.
by quite a lot. But I also hate to give you a 10. I'm gonna take. We'll try this out. What you gonna do? What you
I'll take
gonna
the 10.
do when they come for you, William?
So now I go, and I'm gonna take the card you took from me.
Well, that's what you were gonna take anyway. Let's be honest.
Hmm.
How many cards do we have? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight.
Same here.
Three more cards to
You'd hope.
go. Three more cards. I
So
get
you're first on this one.
I get to go first on this one. I am surprisingly going to take this ace. Okay. Flip, flip, flip.
Hmm. I mean, I'll, I'll take the diamond, just to at least have the diamond.
Sorry, I'm rearranging my cards.
Mhm.
You're taking the diamond just to have the diamond because of my diamondedness.
Because I'm assuming that, yes, if you get Trump, you're calling diamond Trump.
Okay, I'm gonna take this. It's actually a useful card. One, two, three, and then is this the last one? I lost count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, this is the last one. So I get to choose here. I will go with my diamond. You go with that. And do our one kitty of one again. So since I started, let's say that you get to start the bid. Actually, I think that that makes a little more sense.
Okay. 20.
I have to see how much meld I actually have. Not a lot. 21.
Now I'm counting my meld, because why not? 22.
Take it, Will.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna erase all this. We have 8, and 9.
So I will draw this and discard a card, right? You were still doing the discard the last card after Kitty.
Uh huh. 8
Is it what I
and
need?
9, and you took that for 22.
22, I think, yeah.
That.
You know, it's just not quite there, but it's something. I have to discard something. Um,
Mm-hmm.
eh, that's okay. JK. Um, that. Okay. Um, that's my discard.
Pinnacle on a marriage. What's
The oh, and then
assuming hearts is trump. Yep. I get this and this and this. so close to this around, but didn't have um, that other black one.
Hmm.
Okay, wait, hold on. So I have a grand total of 3 meld, and you have a grand total of
9.
9. This is going swimmingly, William. 11,
See, now, here's the annoying
13.
thing is I'm pretty sure in all of this, you picked up an ace of hearts.
Me? An ace of hearts? Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Sorry, viewers.
Okay. So let's try and think this through because this drafting makes it me knowing what you have in your hand makes an interesting thought. So usually
Mm-hmm.
what you would do in Pinochle is you almost always have the ace of your trump suit. You it's very difficult to want to call something trump if you don't have the ace because you want to play that first and start going from highest down lower to pull out all of the potential problems.
Right.
So I know you have a 10 and I'm almost positive you have an ace.
You know I have a 10 of hearts?
I'm pretty sure you've at least a 10 or an ace. I'm just not sure which.
What an interesting thing for you to know, William.
Because I saw all of the cards you pulled.
No,
Um
no, it's interesting because I do not have a 10 of hearts.
okay. Um
uh, which I'm
so the
only
question
telling
is
you for the testing purposes of being like, no,
uh-huh.
no, you that. But yes, Oh, you were
So
saying,
because he has an ace, if I had an ace, which we all saw there was only one ace of hearts that went down, I would play that. But now I wouldn't feel confident playing my highest heart because he has that ace.
right?
So he'll just
So,
take it automatically.
and I do have to, of note in the rules in Pinochle, at least how my family plays, you must beat a card with a higher card if possible, but only in the trump suit. So, if Will played a king, I'd have to beat that with my ace. But if he played a queen, I would also have to beat
Which
that
is
with my ace.
what I will do.
Right. Thus, drawing out my ace. But that does give me control of the board,
But I only lose a 1 pointer on that. See if I'd played
which
my
might be problematic for you. Because I know you took some amount of diamonds. I just don't remember how many. I know you have at least that jack. I think you might be out now, so I'm going to shift.
and because I don't have any clubs,
You may trump.
I may
Or,
trump
or,
with my 9.
or actually, let me rephrase that. You must trump because you
I
have the
must
9.
trump.
Yes.
So I take
So
those.
you take these, not me. A 10 of hearts. Yeah, sure. You took that, so you get to lead.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Mhm. Just so you know, if you click and then right click on the second card, you can pick them both up as opposed to dragging and dropping.
Okay, and because I have both kings, I know that
That's
he
good.
doesn't.
And also me out of trump.
It'll pull him out of trump. I know he was picking a bunch of diamonds. I'm going to see if I can pull out the rest of his good cards that way.
Me not happy about this.
And then what I'll do is because I do have,
because you're
I will play this just to get
because you're a stinky stinky jerky jerky.
to see if he can beat it, and he can't.
You turned this into a second trump. That's impressive.
And then I have only trump left, and I'm pretty sure you're out of trump.
You're such a jerk face.
So I take this.
So I took 1, 2, 3 whole points. Wow. Wow. Bring me up to 14. So you needed to get at least 3 pointers. No, 13. Man, my math this morning, and by morning I mean night. See? Look at this.
and I have only 9. That's the thing, is even though I won that and got a lot of good hands, I could only get 9 pointers out of it,
Oh, which means that you don't get this.
which means I don't get it.
You don't get this, which means you get minus 9 points, which means you get 0.
I go back to 0, which is interesting. It's so we were playing in previous games where, always you wanna start at 20, but now this is why you don't do that. I needed to have got it on 18 in order to make it.
Right. So maybe 15 is the right thing to start at.
Maybe 15 is the right. And this is why we test.
Yes, this is why we test. Sorry, my wife is talking to me from off screen. You have a big fat goose egg again.
Because in fact, all the pointers in play couldn't have won that for me.
Right. Right.
Because it would have only gotten me to 12 and I needed 13.
Right, because I'm going to be let's do an interesting thing here, which is we both were discarding black stuff for the most part and
Mm-hmm.
getting rid of 1, 2. I mean, we only got rid of 2 pointers, but still, there is some slight amount of strategy where, like, if you think that you are not going to be the person who takes it, if like halfway through the draft you're like, this is not really coming together, you can just start dumping pointer cards to be like, I'm just gonna like shed points out of this pool so there's less for them to get, which I actually also think is really interesting. It's like
Especially if you push them up to a high number
right, it's like an
or
extra
think you can get them up.
it's like an extra form of hate drafting where you're just like, I'm just gonna destroy your points.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I do think I like this form of the drafting better. It like takes a little bit of the like mind memory-edness out of it, of being like, wait, what did they do again? And I'm also trying to think of what I'm collecting, and then I'm also trying to think, is it my turn to discard or is it their turn to discard? And it just focuses it down into the pure like drafting. And then because it's so easy to keep track of that and do the hate drafting and the anti-hate drafting and all of that, you end up with a much more normal card hand at the end of it, as opposed to being like, well, well, I've got 8 clubs. I
Yep.
hope that I take it. And then the other person's like, no, well, I have 12 diamonds. Like, how'd you get all of the diamonds? Anyway, so did you pick first
I'll
last time, or did I pick
You
first?
picked first last time, so I'll pick first and you'll bet first.
That is how we did it. Okay, you pick first.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the spade.
Okay. Nope. Cards are hard, people.
Hmm.
1, 2, 3. Flip, flip, flip. I will also take a spade.
I will continue to take a spade.
Flip, flip, flip.
I will take a spade.
Ah, balls. Well, I'll take a heart. I'm okay with that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll take another ace.
I'm gonna knock another pointer for you out and hedge on the Pinochle.
You're such a dirk.
So I think I'll take another ace.
Ah, you're such a jerk. Such a jerky jerk face. 2, 3. Well, none of these are particularly good for me. I guess I'll take that. It's something.
Take this.
It goes away. 1, 2, 3.
This is my pick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come
Um,
on. 1, 2, 3. This is my pick. Hey,
mm,
take that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 more
I
picks.
guess just to have something in there.
Hmm.
My pick, and this is a thing, I guess.
Guess I'll take this. right, two more.
This is your pick.
Mm-hmm. Nope, I'll do this.
Yeah.
And then this is the last one. One,
Just
two,
mine. What do
three.
I want it to be?
Not any of those cards, probably.
Probably. Um. Yeah. None of those are great. Do I give you another in what you want to call? Hmm. I don't know. This is. I don't know what I want to pick, honestly.
which is
I'm gonna
which is good
try
because that's
something.
interesting. You're having to make interesting choices, William.
Yeah. What do I think? Okay. All right. So that's what's in play. That's what's there. I'm gonna make an interesting choice. I'm gonna take this.
All right, well, I'm for show taking this.
Yeah, I know.
Throw that there. We got our one card kitty. Are we going back to starting bid at 50 at
I mean,
15?
you're the first bidder, so you
Please.
get to decide.
Um, you said 19 last time,
I said 19
which
last
is
time. Yeah.
definitely not 20, which assumes
Yes.
you could have started at 15. So I will start at 15.
Okay. 16.
Let me rearrange my cards so I'm not an idiot. 17.
18.
In 1 second, let me do some counting then.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say 19.
20.
Yeah, you take it. You
Okay.
let's let you take it for 20.
You know, it's not the card I needed or the card I wanted.
Right. I bet it wasn't.
So now I'm in an interesting place. Oh well. I have to discard something. Um. Okay. I'll discard that.
Huh. I did not realize you were picking those up because I'm bad at paying attention to things when it's late at night. I've got this. Oh, that's my dog. You're fine, Darcy. Got this
Yeah.
and this,
Yep.
which is a whopping 4 points.
And I got 5.
You have 5 points, but
Really would have loved that Queen of Spades because
this
it would have
is
gotten me so many more points.
this is gonna be a bloodbath.
Is it? We're gonna find out.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Um. Let's try that. You have no diamonds.
I've
Gotcha.
I've no diamonds. Somehow missed that you were picking up diamonds. I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah. Um.
That's embarrassing.
No diamonds whatsoever. That's interesting. So then what else do you have?
Mm.
I just want to I want to see something. Well, let's try and pull a couple more things out. Oh, and you dropped a club on that. And that's the one you were trying to get Trump out of. Well, let's just pull a couple more and
Okay.
see what we get.
You're gonna get all my non-pointers, is what you're gonna get.
Um, that you'll take. Yeah, so we'll just do this,
Oh
and then we'll do this,
my god, you got real lucky
and then we'll do this.
on those aces. I'm very unhappy about this. So now, because I have to play off. If I had trump, I'd have to, but I have no more trump, so I can play whatever I want now. Shoot, man. Like I said, blood bath. Mm. Wow, that was deeply unfortunate. If I had been paying more attention, I would have known that you had those and should have been throwing off different things earlier.
So now the question is, do you still have any of your clubs left?
My clubs. I mean, yeah, but
Well, then you'll get one, and I'll take the
and then you
last.
trump the last. Guys, I got a whopping, but I saved my most importantly, I saved my meld. If you don't get any pointer, if you don't get any hands, you don't get your meld. 2 plus 6 plus 14 is oftentimes 20.
Yeah, I had one card away from a run in aces and diamonds. Sorry, in spades and diamonds.
Jeez.
I had so I that at a certain point I realized I was like, oh, if he takes that queen of spades, I need to make my diamonds and my spades good enough to make me able to trump in
Right.
close to trump in either one. That's 12. So
That
that's 17, which isn't enough.
not enough. So you go
It's just so interesting.
you get minus 15. It's so hard to bid properly. I mean, like that's the thing. I feel like we just need to play it like a crap ton of times to just get the feel of the bidding. Because we're so used to bidding in four-player games when it regularly goes up to 25, 26, 27, 28, sometimes
Yeah.
30, 30, 31, 32. You know, it's like it sometimes can go quite high depending on how good of people's hands are. And here you're like 20, maybe? Like I honestly don't know if I could have made
Well, I guess I get one more,
21.
so that's 18 because I got the last trick, so it's
Yes,
actually 18.
yes.
But
You were
it's
very
still not
close.
enough.
Yeah. So I
I
mean,
needed those cards, and I don't think I could have played that in a way that would have gotten me those cards.
not really, no, because I had two of these aces. If I'd only had one, you might have been able to eke it out of me. It would have been down
Yes.
to chance because I was sitting with two aces in my hand and both of them were offsuit. So I was like, I don't know. Yeah. So we're gonna quote unquote end here, but let's do a debrief on these drafting styles and what did you think, William, as the guest tonight?
I think I had more fun in the second drafting style.
Mm-hmm. I
I think
I'm
that it was easier to counterplay in that as well. It didn't have as much mental load to do that,
mm-hmm. And
and there was more like gamesmanship in the conversation.
right, and there's also there's still like a little bit of like you are going through 11 rounds of the drafting, so you do have to be like, what did they what did they take in the early part? I can't remember. You know,
Hmm.
like me completely missing that you were taking diamonds because I was so focused on being like, okay, I can put together some good cards here. This is good. This is good. This is like coming together, and I just totally missed that you had picked up enough diamonds to turn that into trump. I was like,
Hmm.
shit, I didn't take any diamonds. So there is still some leeway for you to make mistakes. It's like it's a perfect information game where it's easier to pay attention, it's easier to count the cards and do counterplay and all those things. But there is still some of that where you do have to be paying attention and being like, okay, they now have four diamonds, and I have zero. I need to pick up a diamond at some point in the next three. There's 3 rounds left. I need to pick up 1 or 2 diamonds if I can, even if they're crappy
Hmm.
diamonds. Hmm. Interesting. So the my hope is that obviously this is a game that right now you can just play with playing cards, which is awesome, and we'll probably play this a couple more times here or there on random nights. Um, and I'll put out the rules for it so people can play it kind of as is. But my hope is also that I could maybe start adding modifiers to specific cards that would then lead to this being a game that could be actually sold. Where there's, like, oh, if you take the king, you get this, versus if you take a jack, you get this, which might add some extra pulls in different directions as you're drafting. I'm not sure what that will actually look like, but I'm gonna try and do that. I think at some point. I also, while I was away, I'm going to just mention it here because it's pertinent to this. Came up with opposite Pinochle, which is played with the cards 2 through 8, which we will definitely play at a different time because that is a silly, silly, silly game that neither me or Will knows anything of how to play it. We played it one time and we were like, we were both completely lost. We were like, I don't fucking know what's happening.
Right? It was fun and it made no
It
sense.
was fun and made no sense, and I want to play it again, which is the highest praise. So just some last housekeeping before we sign off. I'm going to be trying to do as much of these streams as possible over the summer. Obviously, it's summertime; it's really busy, so I might be kind of alternating week to week while I can stream. Some days, some weeks I won't be able to. Alternating between design in progress and some of the games that I've been designing over the past year, which are obviously most of them are more complicated than this. This was just a quick one-off, easy peasy one because I'm going to Origins this week. But alternating between some design in progress and going back to some grab bag gaming. So I'm hoping next week I can gather at least 2 people to play Arcs because Arcs finally came in person. I've read through the rules. And I still don't understand it, so I need someone to explain it to me because I'm a visual learner. I need to see pieces on the board and talk through with somebody. So I'm hoping next week, next Monday, we can get at least 2 other people to play some Arcs, which is Leader's new game, as Grab Bag Gaming, and then the week after that, who knows? That's too far into the future. That's 2 weeks into the future. Who knows what's going to happen then? Other than that, I think that's pretty much it for the night. You have anything, Will? Eh,
No, I'll hang out and join in the games when I can. So you'll probably hear from me on several occasions.
yes, yes. Will hopefully be my semi co-host. All right. Well, with that, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.